Hey, welcome back to Weather for Weather Geeks, everyone. It's been about a week since I've done one of these. I had some time off, and then we've had some very active evening weather, so haven't made a Weather Geek video here since last Thursday. If you're a little new to these are in-depth weather videos that are geared towards weather enthusiasts and weather hobbyists, but even people who aren't weather geeks, so to say. I think we'll find these videos always really informative. We touch on the short range, of course, but these videos also usually take a look at the longer range, and what we mean by longer range is usually beyond the 7-day forecast. What's the trend 2 weeks from now, a month from now, or even for the whole season coming up? So that's what we typically do in these videos. All right, it's Thursday evening, and it's a beautiful evening. I was just out for dinner, and it's just bright and sunny as can be. Temperatures this evening in the 7 o'clock hour in the upper 70s, still close to 80 in some spots. Satellite and radar is, of course, nice and clear. And despite the warm temperatures today, the humidity has not been bad at all. As we promised you, dew points came down nicely. Dew points now in the lower 50s. And, as we head into the summer season, when we start talking about dew points below 60 and below 55 even, that's a real treat. That means the humidity is very, very tolerable. Even a few 40s dew points showing up in the mountainous areas of Pennsylvania right now. Well, where's the trouble? Well, of course, it's not locally, but there's some trouble across the southern plains. What else is new? With showers and storms and the threat for some severe weather down there. Tornado watches out in parts of western Texas, severe thunderstorm watches, and we had a severe thunderstorm watch up in New England earlier. There's actually been quite a bit of thunderstorm activity up in New England from this afternoon, producing some wind and perhaps some hail and quite a bit of rain. They really need the rain up there in New England. And before we talk about the future, let's actually talk about a little bit of hydrology here, if you will. Here are the rainfall totals over the last 90 days across the U.S. Of course, as you've seen on the national news and on the internet, it has been just unbelievably wet in parts of Oklahoma and Texas. They were in a tremendous drought, like a 5-year drought, but it's pretty much been wiped away just in 1 month's time with all of the rain that's fallen down across Oklahoma and Texas. Some places have gotten up to, a foot or even a foot and a half worth of rain. Now, locally, we're doing okay, especially with the rain we had last night. If you watched my weather show at 6 on 21 News, I gave you some rain totals. Some places got 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches worth of rain last night. And so we're doing okay in terms of, total precipitation over the last few months. We're below average, but not significantly so. New England is where it's been really dry. And thankfully for them, they got some rain today. So that helped them out. Let's actually look at, compared to normal, what the rainfall totals have been over the last 3 months. This takes us back to the end of the meteorological winter. Look at all the below average rain up in New England. A little closer to average here at home, but still a little below. And then look at the above average precipitation as this reloads here down across parts of the plain states. It'd be nice if they could share a little of that rain with our neighbors up in New England, and even parts of the Great Lakes states. The lower Great Lakes particularly have been drier than average. Notice the yellows out across Michigan, northwest Ohio. They could really use some rain out there. We're a little closer to average here in northeast Ohio and into western Pennsylvania. All right, let's talk about what's going to happen Friday and over the weekend. We're going to add to these rain totals in some places, but it's not going to be tonight, and it's not going to be tomorrow morning. It's more so tomorrow afternoon that some of us are going to get a little bit wet. Here's 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on the latest NAM model. North American model is what NAM stands for. Some thunder showers starting to try to pop out towards western Ohio early in the afternoon. As we go deeper into the afternoon, here's 4 p.m., and these are going to start to migrate east. A few may pop up here and there. The NAM's not showing much, but I think the coverage of these can be a little bit higher than the NAM is showing. So we've got a 40% chance in our forecast on the TV side, and I think that's fine. Real pop-up, hit or miss random stuff late tomorrow afternoon especially, and into tomorrow evening. So don't cancel the outdoor plans, but just stay weather aware. Check out the radar in your WFMJ mobile app, and stay weather aware. You might have to duck inside with some thunder and lightning in the area by the end of the afternoon on Friday. All right, Saturday we've been advertising as a pretty wet day. Let's look at Saturday morning first of all. I think Saturday morning starts largely dry. You see some green blotches here, but this isn't going to be much until we get deeper into the day. So we get into the afternoon here, cold fronts approaching from the north and west. Here's that front by early afternoon right here, getting ready to stall, but before it stalls, it's really going to kick up some showers and storms, and I think a lot of places are going to get wet before the day is through on Saturday. Here's late afternoon. Notice the green is definitely filling in across the area, and then heading into the evening, more of the same. We may see some stronger storms, especially if we get some sunshine before this really gets going. So something to keep in mind, that thunderstorms could turn a little strong before the day is through Saturday, but whether there's strong or severe storms or not, just about all of us, I think, will get wet by the evening on Saturday and heading into Saturday night as well. This front's actually going to stall near the Ohio River as a little wave of low pressure forms on the southern fringes of this. So that's going to slow down the progress of the rain. So I think it rains in some places at least for the morning hours Sunday. The GFS here would have you believe that it dries out Sunday afternoon. Not sure if I buy this just yet. Other modeling does have the rain kind of lingering up into the region into at least the first part of the afternoon. So Sunday is kind of a tough forecast at this point, but I do think the best chance to get wet's in the morning. If we're lucky, we'll dry out in the afternoon. That's still kind of up in the air. So we go into next week, first day of June coming up on Monday, and our front's still lingering. Probably a fairly cloudy day. Does it rain much Monday? Probably not. Not much rain, but probably a lot of clouds for that first day of June. All right, as far as taking a look at the long-range trends, here's the 16-day GFS ensemble temperatures. A couple of distinct trends here, of course. We've got our cool down coming Sunday and Monday, and this might even be too warm on the GFS because it shoves the rain away maybe a little too fast. I think we're probably in the 60s on Sunday, and not much higher than 70 on Monday on that first day of June. But whatever the temperature is Sunday and Monday, all of the modeling does agree that it's a warming trend for the second half of next week, heading into the following weekend. So lots of above average temperatures here as we go deeper into the first week and into the second week of June. So that's the way kind of the medium range is shaking out. Quick word on the longer range, because of course June does start on Monday. The latest climate models have been trending a little bit warmer for the month of June. And actually, kind of the general idea here is that June may be fairly similar to May, at least in terms of temperatures across the U.S. May has been a cool and wet month in Texas and Oklahoma, parts of the Front Range of the Rockies, and June might shape up to be very similar, with above average temperatures east of the Mississippi. That's the way May has gone. If you believe the latest climate forecast system model, June will be very similar. Now, in terms of rain, the models have been trending wetter locally with the rain in June. So June might be much closer to average, or even maybe a little above average, in terms of rain compared to May. We're still below average for May, but we made up a lot of ground last night. So bottom line for you for June, more than likely going to be a close to average or above average month temperature-wise. It's not likely to be below average. And rainfall likely to be higher than May and probably close to or somewhat above average here. Locally, be nice if the West Coast got some rain. They desperately need it, but June is not a month that they typically see much rain out west. That is the Thursday weather for Weather Geeks. Well, I'm off again tomorrow, another Friday off, but I will be back here on Monday, and I'm actually in on Sunday morning. If you're up bright and early, you'll see me on WFMJ Weekend Today. So have yourself a great Thursday night, great Friday, and a fantastic weekend. More Weather Geeks coming your way Monday evening.